Hey, friends. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host, Nicole, for some hope-filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey, Hallmarkies. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, joined today by my good friend, Jax, to talk about the top 10 winter Hallmark movies of all time. Welcome back to the podcast, Jax. I'm excited to have you on.
Oh, thanks for having me, Nicole. I'm really excited to review these movies with you and see where our list matches up.
Yes. So, for our number 10, would you like to go first?
My number 10 is Frozen in Love. I've loved Rachel Lee Cook ever since She's All That. I think she's adorable in this movie. Niall Mater is always handsome and his performances are heartfelt.
Yes.
And I love a sort of opposites attract kind of vibe that they have in this movie. So this is my clocking in at my number 10.
Yes, I love that one too. It's not my number 10, but it is on my list. It's a little bit higher, but yes.
A little higher than number 10.
Yeah. I love the chemistry between Niall and Rachel, and I haven't seen She's All That, but I think the first time I saw Rachel was in the Nancy Drew movie, I think from 2007 with Emma Roberts.
Yes. That's a good one.
She played the daughter of the Hollywood actress that died. Spoiler alert. Yes.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it, come on.
Go watch it. I think it's on Amazon Prime, if I remember correctly.
It's a good Prime movie right now.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. It's somewhere probably in the streaming universe.
Yeah.
But a very good movie. I have it on DVD.
Oh, love it.
Yes. Coming in at my number 10 is Winter in Vale with Tyler Hynes and Lacey Chabert. I love the setting of this movie. I thought that they had great chemistry. And just a little summary for any of you who haven't seen the movie. It says, Chelsea inherits a house in Vale. She meets Owen and gets a much-needed break. Together they put on Strudelfest to highlight the charm of Old Vale. And I love the Strudelfest. I thought that was really fun to see as well.
The Strudelfest is really fun. I cannot believe that I somehow missed having this on my list. I was just looking, I'm like, I didn't put this on my list because obviously I love the two of them together and the Strudelfest was a blast.
Yes. I think another one of my favorite scenes was, now I haven't seen this in a while, but I think there was a scene when they go skiing and I thought that was really cute too.
Yeah. I love this one. They have great chemistry.
Yes. And she was trying to walk through the snow and the snowshoes.
And it was not easy.
That would be me.
Same. I took a skiing lesson and I was awful. The ski instructor said, I'm afraid I'm going to knock you down. He was like, I'm a professional. There's no way you're going to knock me down. Yep. We went careening down the mountain. It was not pretty.
I was going to ask, have you ever skied or snowshoed before?
The snowshoe went better. I snowshoed last year with my friend and her dad and her stepmom, and that went fun. Better. Have you snowshoed?
I have not done hardly any snow activities because here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, we hardly get snow.
You're not missing much. It's not my favorite.
No. I mean, the snow is fun to play in, like make snowmen, have snowball fights, but never gone sledding, never gone snowshoeing.
No, you can be okay without having to do all that stuff.
It looks fun, but I don't have to do it to be happy.
It's cold.
Yeah. The snow is pretty, but
yes.
Yeah. Moving on.
My number 9 is Love in Winterland. Italia Ricci, Chad Michael Murray. So I love dating shows. I love The Bachelor, Bachelorette. And in this one, Allie is the final contestant on a dating show, and she must face her high school sweetheart when she is chosen for the hometown date. And I thought this one was really fun. I love when Hallmark does these sort of reality type dating show movies. I just find them interesting since I love that world. And of course, Jack Turner is also in this one, and I think he is so handsome and delightful.
Yes. It's been a while since I've seen that one, but it's a good one.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one.
Yes.
And Natalie Ricci is so funny. I just think she nails it. I wish she did
Yes.
Hallmark.
Yes. I loved her Christmas movie from this past year.
It was great. Catch Me If You Claus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
And
so good.
the kiss in the car. Woo! Alex and I were talking about this when we reviewed it, but I think that is the hottest Hallmark kiss I've ever seen.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely agree that that's up there in the top 3 for me.
I was like, okay, they're going there.
I see you. I see you.
Yeah. But anyway, my number 9 is A Winter Princess with Chris McNally and Natalie Hall. When Carly, secretly a princess, plans Snowden Peak's snowball with Jesse, their attraction is undeniable. In planning the event, the two make the gala a fundraiser to help infuse much needed resources into the resort. But without a celebrity draw, investors aren't interested, and Snowden Peak is put up for sale. Will Carly allow her royal identity to be exposed to save the resort? I thought this was a good movie, and I thought Chris and Natalie had great chemistry together.
I would agree, which is why it is my number 8.
Yes, it was a good one. And of course, Hallmark has to do a royal movie every year, whether it's Christmas, winter, but they've had some great ones over the years.
I think there's also something about Natalie Hall and Chris McNally. I think they are 2 of the sweetest actors. They just ooze like kindness. And I just think they're both so sweet.
I've never met either one of them in person, but I agree.
Yeah, they're so sweet.
Yes. I think one of my favorite scenes that I can remember, again, this is a movie I have not watched in a very long time, but the ball
Yes.
at
Oh
the
my gosh.
end.
They look gorgeous.
Yes. And the costumes were awesome.
Yeah.
And your number 8 is
So
Winter Princess.
yeah, that was my number 8.
Yes.
We're very close there, which I love.
Yes, yes, we are.
I think for this one, Chris McNally is one of those actors for me that I just love everything that he does. And I think that I also grew up really loving the royal family. So I'm very interested in royal movies, and I thought this
Yeah.
one did a really great job of, bringing that royal magic that we love so much when Hallmark does it.
Yes, I agree. And I haven't always been like a huge, massive fan of the royal family, but I have been interested and, a little bit invested because, I mean, it is interesting to hear how other people live, especially, people in royalty. And one fun memory talking about royals, I remember, I think I was in college. It might have been my first year in college, or maybe my senior year in high school when William and Kate got married. My mom got me up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to watch the royals.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
And
I
we
love
had little tea cakes and tea.
It's adorable. Oh, I love that. That is so special.
I can't even remember everything that we had, but we had, little pastries and
That is adorable and the perfect way to celebrate the royal wedding.
it was fun. I think I had class too, or school, whichever.
Yeah, you like
Right
had to
on.
have your tea cakes and then go to school right after.
Yep. Sounds about right. It's always
Yeah.
fun to see a royal movie on Hallmark.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yes. What is your number 7 on the list?
My number 7 is Love on Iceland. I love Patty Murin. I'm in Frozen. I'm a big fan of her in Frozen. This is actually, she's not playing opposite her husband in this because she's playing like the best friend role.
Yes.
But her husband, Colin,
Yes.
Donald, is playing opposite Caitlin Doubleday in this. They shot it actually on Iceland, and you can tell it looks so cool. I think it's one of the funnier Hallmark winter movies.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it.
Yes. That one is higher on my list, but I really love it.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Have you ever been to Iceland?
I have not. I have not been out of this country.
I would love to go to Iceland, but have not been either.
It seems like a beautiful place to visit.
Definitely. They
Yes.
made it look so majestic, and I want to like do all the activities there. Even though I don't love snow sports, it makes me
Yeah.
want to love snow sports.
Yes. Yeah. I love Patty as well. And of course, Colin is great. And Caitlin is fantastic as well. I think the first time I saw Caitlin, it was in, what is that movie? Chance at Romance with Aaron
Yes,
Krakow. That's
which
the,
is so good.
that's the antagonist.
Yes, and she's so good. She's so good.
She is.
And
But
this was a fun one because it's about a
yeah.
friend group, which I really like.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked that too. And I'll talk a little bit more about my thoughts on that when we get higher on the list. But my number 7 is Hearts of Winter with Jill Wagner and Victor Webster. And one thing I love about this movie is how she is an interior designer. And of course, being a fan of home renovation decoration
Yeah,
shows. Yes.
you gotta.
Yes. And I thought that they had great chemistry, and I thought it was a sweet story, about a widow and trying to find love again. And I believe he has a daughter in this movie, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I can't believe I don't have that on my list either. Jill Wagner and Victor Webster are both so talented, and I feel like
Yeah.
the story did have a lot of heart and depth.
Yes. Yes.
My number 6 is Two for the Win. I love my guy Trevor Donovan. I just think
Mhm.
he's great. A ski champion finds love on the slopes when he returns home to prepare for the biggest challenge of his career with the help of a local instructor.
Yes.
Um, Charlotte Sullivan is in this one. Again, this is like me living vicariously because I can't do winter sports. I love seeing Trevor do his thing on the slopes. I thought the chemistry between them
Yeah.
was really, really great. And it really made me be like, oh yeah, maybe I could do winter sports, even though I know that I can't.
It was a good one. And that is a little bit higher on my list as well. And I just realized this, but I forgot my number 8, and that is
Oh my gosh, what was your number 8?
that is One Winter Proposal. I knew I was missing one. I was looking at my list here and I was like, wait, I
I
forgot
just
one.
got so excited because my number 8 was your number 9.
Probably. But yes, I loved seeing that cast back together for the sequel.
I did too. They all have such great chemistry. That's a
Mhm.
little higher on my list too.
Yes. Yes. And I love the first one as well. That is actually coming up in just a few minutes. But my number 6 is Frozen and Love. And we've already talked a lot about this movie. Great ensemble cast, great chemistry, writing, and one of my favorite supporting characters is Tammy Gillis. Of course, being a big Hallmark fan, she's big in the Hallmark world, and she was on SSD as well. So, got to give
Yeah.
her a little Postables love too.
Oh, you gotta. You gotta.
Yes,
She's so great.
she's fantastic. And what is your number 5?
So yes, my number 5 is One Winter Proposal. I love seeing this cast back together.
Yeah.
Taylor Cole, Jack Turner, who we've been talking about. I
Yep.
love Gia Bernard. I love
Yes.
Deshane Williams.
Yes.
The whole vibe of, friends all
Yeah.
hanging out. They're not stranded this time like they were in the cabin before,
Mhm.
but there's all these sort of
Yeah.
miscommunications. And I thought this one was a lot of fun. I love seeing this crew together.
Yes. What did you think about I guess, the minor conflict with her finding the receipt for the ring?
Oh yeah, I was sort of like, okay, like come on now. Like there were some things in it that didn't quite land in the same way, but it
Yeah.
was sort of like, well, with these four together, I will forgive anything.
Yeah. I thought the proposal was really sweet. And Also, too, if I remember correctly, I think there was a shirtless scene with Jack Turner.
There sure was. There sure was.
One of
Don't
the
hate it.
first, I think.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hate it.
No, no, I didn't either, not gonna lie.
We're okay with that. We support fully.
Yes. Oh my goodness. My number 5 is One Winter Weekend, and I thought this movie was fantastic. I love the friendship between Kara and Megan, and then of course Ben and Sean, and then the friendship with all 4 of them I thought was great too.
Yeah, can you imagine being stuck in an Airbnb? But also it's like, oh, you're with like 2 hot
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
Fun.
And I love how it was about an author too. I thought that was something different for Hallmark at that time when it was made.
Yeah, it definitely was because we were used to just seeing like the bakers and stuff.
Yeah, yes. But it was a
And
really fun
loyalty.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. That was actually my number 4. I love that, I've done plenty of Airbnbs and I've never had like, 2 good-looking men or women staying there that I didn't know. And one of my favorite sort of things that I love is the locked room mystery kind of trope where you're all stuck in one location. And I thought that this did a really good example of making it feel cozy and
Yeah.
fun, and also with a little bit of that like enemies to lovers banter. I
Yeah.
really
Yes, it was really fun. And I think, was it the first one or the second one where the power goes out and they have to figure out, how to do certain things? Like Kara has to figure out how to finish her book.
Yes. I think it was in the first, but I'm not
I
positive.
think, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That was really fun to see them
Yeah.
all trying to work together. They light candles.
It was so great.
I've actually never stayed in Airbnb, but I'm sure that it's a lot of fun.
I do like it. It's cheaper than a hotel, which is nice.
I've heard that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
beautiful cabin as well in this movie. I would
Oh my,
definitely stay there.
100%.
Yes. My number 4 is Two for the Win. And I think when I sent you the list originally, it was number 6. But that was because I hadn't seen it and I just wanted to put it somewhere on the list because I knew that I would like it. And I literally just watched it a couple of hours ago. And it was a little higher.
Yeah.
It got the bump. It got the bump. But the chemistry between Trevor and Charlotte was amazing.
Yeah, they're great together.
Yes, they had a lot of great scenes in this movie together.
Yeah, they definitely did. I would love to see them pair them up again.
Yeah. And of course, there were a lot of other great scenes as well. I love the relationship that Trevor's character had with his parents, and then the friendship between Trevor's character and his manager, I thought was great too.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is a really good one.
Yes. And it's always fun to see a skiing movie on Hallmark. Never learned how to ski, but it's always fun to
You can
watch.
be inspired.
Yes. Have you ever been a fan of like watching skiing on the Olympics or?
No, I haven't, but I'm open to it because I definitely like in Hallmark movies.
Yeah. I remember I used to watch the Olympics all the time.
Yeah, I just stopped. I liked figure skating. That's what I used to watch.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing to watch was figure skating. Yeah.
That's the best.
Yes. But great movie, great chemistry, great writing, beautiful scenery.
Oh my gosh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like it really makes you want to go in a winter wonderland.
Yeah. And of course, I think one of my favorite scenes is right at the end. Spoiler alert, when he wins his final race or competition.
That's really special.
Yes. And then they live happily ever after.
Yeah, I love that. It's nice that we can just picture everyone living happily ever after in this,
Agreed. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is A Winter Getaway. This is with Nazine Contractor and Brooke
Yes.
Starnell.
Mhm.
This is a fun one. An average guy is gifted a luxury trip, but he's mistaken as a millionaire. But then sparks fly with the concierge. I
Yeah.
think amazing chemistry together. I thought the movie was funny.
Yeah.
I like seeing Brooke. I always like seeing Brooke Starnell. I want him
Yeah.
to do her. I thought he said a
Yeah.
contract mark. He needs more.
Yeah, I thought he did too, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
He's great. He's
he's so great.
fantastic. Yes.
Yeah. This one really made me smile because I love thinking about being just an average person, but then all of a sudden
Yeah.
people are like, you treating you like you're a millionaire.
Yes. It's been a while since I've seen this one, but it's a good one.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. My number 3 is Love on Iceland. We've already talked a lot about this one, but of course, being a podcaster, I love the podcast
Yes.
storyline in this movie or theme, the podcast theme in this movie.
Yeah, I love anything that will incorporate a podcast.
Yes. Great friendship, chemistry, great romantic chemistry between Caitlin and Chad. Just an all around fun movie with beautiful scenery.
Oh my gosh, yeah, such gorgeous scenery.
What is your number 2?
Okay, so I'm trying to remember or find what the title actually was for this one. If it was actually New Year, New Me, or New Year's Resolution. On Hallmark Channel website, it says New Year's Resolution, but you know how like they go back and forth so many times that,
Yeah.
and they change the title after, even after it airs, they like sell it to different. So we'll call it, you said, what does it say on Letterbox?
New Year's resolution.
We'll call it a New Year's Resolution
Yeah.
because I do Letterbox.
Yeah.
This one was really fun. Amy Garden and
Yep.
Michael. Oh my goodness. These
Mm-hmm.
two actors, I just love them together. And her resolution is to
Yeah.
say yes to more,
Yes.
but she gets herself in all these like sticky situations by doing
Yes.
so. But it's
Yeah.
so funny. I love the friend group in this. I
Yeah.
thought that just a wonderful chemistry.
Yeah, I think so too. It's been a while since I've seen this one as well. Of course, I've said that a lot already this episode, but it's been a long time since I've seen a lot of these movies. So my brain is a little foggy on scenes, but I agree with you. They had great chemistry, and I loved seeing Michelle Morgan in this movie as well. She is on Heartland.
She's great in this too.
Yes, she is. I thought it was a really fun New Year's movie and one of the few actual New Year's movies.
Oh yeah, does that actually, is it okay that I picked that? Does that count for winter?
It counts. It counts.
Okay.
I let it slide. It does count because it is a winter movie.
I was like, did I break the rule?
No, you didn't break the rule at all. I wish we had more actual New Year's movies.
I do too. I'm surprised we don't.
Yeah. When Calls the Heart has had one. That's a TV show, but still counts as a New Year's movie.
Definitely.
The one with Amy Teagarden and Michael Brady. I feel like there's maybe one or two more.
Trying to think. Those are the only ones that I can think of.
Yeah, those are the only ones I can remember. Yeah. From memory. But
yeah. I'm sure there's more, but they definitely, those ones for me, like New Year's is such a time of like hope and new beginnings. I want more movies with New Year's in it.
Yes. More New Year's movies, please, Hallmark. And can one of them, asking for all the Postables here, can one be assigned to a delivered New Year's movie, please, where they all bring in the new year together?
Why hasn't that already been a thing? Yes, please.
When Calls the Heart has it, so why can't the Postables have one too?
Bring it on.
Yes. But anyway, moving on. My number 2 is Winter Love Story with Kevin McGarry and Jen Lilly. I thought this was another fun movie about an author, or two authors actually, and going on a book tour together.
I'm so sorry to all McGarrys out there. I love Kevin McGarry. Somehow this, and I love Jen. This just, somehow I forgot to put this on my list. There's just so many good ones, but I love the two of them together.
Yes, me too. I thought it was really fun. The whole cast had great chemistry. I love the banter between Jen and Kevin. And I think some of my favorite scenes with them are when they're in the car, like going to the next town. They're just
It's so good.
bantering back and forth.
It's so good.
Yes, I think one time that they were bantering back and forth, and that was like really good, was about the dog, Bungie.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but I think it's on Hallmark Movies now, if I'm correct. Yeah. A lot of these are on Hallmark Movies now.
Which is nice to have that as a resource.
Yes. And for any of you listening who do not have Hallmark Movies now, definitely go subscribe because it's worth it
Oh, definitely.
all the way. Yeah. So many great movies, shows, and etc. on Hallmark Movies now.
Absolutely.
Yes. And what is your number one?
Snow Bride. I am obsessed with Katrina Law in this movie. I think that she is a comedic genius. I could watch her all day long. This is one of the funniest Hallmark movies of all time. It's one of the best acted movies of all time. I am obsessed with Snow Bride. I like she is just it reminds me of like the old school comedians like Lucille Ball, like
Mm-hmm.
doing her thing. I just think it is so funny. I love Snow Bride.
I will say it's not one of my like absolute favorites, but it is really good and it is really funny. I will agree with that. And
She's just,
Katrina does a great job.
yeah, she's just so great. Like she's
Yeah.
this gossip tabloid reporter
Yes.
in LA, and it's her job to like expose the rich and famous, but
The
then,
family. Yeah.
she tries to do her job and falls in
Yeah.
love. And it's so much fun. And
Yeah.
getting to see her like roll down a snowy mountain in a wedding dress is amazing.
That was funny. I always crack up at that scene.
So
Yep.
good.
And then her trying to like stay warm when the car breaks.
Oh my gosh. She cracks me up. I love Katrina Law.
She's great. She's fantastic. And I think this was the first time I saw Susie Abermite too.
Oh, I know. And she's so talented too.
She is, yeah. She's
She
really
really
coming up in the ranks as well.
She really is. And I guess she got a deal with Great American Family and she's done a lot of movies for them. So
Yeah. Yeah. Her Christmas movie this past year was really good. I just watched it recently. Finally.
she's really talented.
Yes, she is. My number one is Winter's Dream with Christy Swanson and Dean Cain. And I thought this was another fun skiing movie. The cast, especially Christy and Dean, had great chemistry. And another reason I really love this movie, this might be a fun fact you may or may not know, but Kristen Booth's husband wrote this movie.
I didn't know that.
Tim Ware.
That's awesome.
Tim Ware, yeah.
Very dynamic duo, the two of them.
Yes. Yeah, I think they both came up with the story and then he was the writer. There might have been two other writers along with him, but yeah, really fun fact there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. They're
Yes.
great. They're a dream couple.
Yes, they are. And Kristen also executive produced this movie, and her daughter had a cameo in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that
So
either.
fun. Yeah.
That's
She was in the scene, her daughter, that is, when I think Christy's character was doing a ski lesson and she asked, who wants pizza? And her daughter was like, me.
that is so cute.
Yes.
That is so cute.
It's a really fun movie and lots of When Calls the Heart cast in this movie as well. We have Aaron Buckles, who played Jesse, and Lizzie Boyes, who was in season 1 of When Calls the Heart. I think in When Calls the Heart, her character was one of the kids, Cassandra. But in this movie, her character was the daughter of Dean Cain's character, and she was Anna in this movie.
It's great to see this is one for both the Hardys and the Postables.
Yes, and Laura Bertram as well, who was on both When Calls the Heart and SSD.
Crossover.
Yes, another crossover. And we got another recent addition to the Hardy family with Benjamin Wilkinson, who is also in this movie, but he played, he played the bad guy on
The
season
bad guy. The bad guy. Tisk tisk.
Montague. Mine was blanking for a second.
I just call him the bad guy.
Yes, but all around great movie. And I think, if I remember correctly, when I had Kristen on the podcast, she mentioned that the story is loosely based on Lindsey Vonn, who is a professional skier.
Oh, wow, that's fascinating. I had no idea.
Yes. I'll link the interview in the
please
description
do.
of this video. Yes. But really fun movie.
This is so fun. I want more winter movies now.
Yes, we need more winter movies. I love the ones that we are getting, but this year, the ones that we're getting like in January aren't really winter, even though I love them, but they're not winter.
Not really. It's kind of like when they sort of like stop doing fall movies. I'm like, no, do fall movies. I want the cozy leaves and the feels. Yeah. Do a fall movie, please.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I love the movies that have come out so far this year, but that I've seen. I think I've only seen Marcus and Ashley's, but
yeah,
they're good, but we need winter.
Give us some winter too. Just give us some winter, please.
Yes.
This is very similar though, I feel like.
Yeah, ours was very similar. Yeah.
It's interesting though that your number one and my number one weren't on each other's list at all.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? But all the rest of them were similar.
Yes. If you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out.
I need to.
It's a good one. That one is another one on Hallmark Movies Now.
Hallmark Movies Now sponsor this podcast.
Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that now.
For sure.
But this was so much fun, Jax. It's always a great time having you on. Thank you for joining me.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Thank you for inviting me, and I can't wait till the next one.
Of course, I can't wait to have you back on again in the future. Maybe for another top 10 ranking episode or any movie reviews. We will have to see.
Bring it on. Anything to hang out with you, girl.
Yes, it's always a great time. All right, Hallmarkies, I think that wraps up our top 10 Hallmark winter movie ranking of all time. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like this video and share what your top 10 Hallmark winter movies of all time are in the comments. If you want to stay up to date on all of my episodes, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell so you are alerted when new episodes come. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next time. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.